I have the great honor of being able to recognize people in the organization at significant points in their career when there's somebody who's coming on and I get to swear them in, when somebody's maybe being promoted or at an award ceremony, and at the culmination of careers. And it's a great honor to be able to recognize several people today. And we're going to start off with Mike Ensminger. And Mike came to us a few years ago, and this is one of those retirements that maybe doesn't meet the definition that we have, either for the terms of the time or the rule of 75 that we've employed to make recognition. But I have the liberty to recognize who I want, and Mike's had a significant career in law enforcement and public safety that is notable, and at the point of retirement, I think it's important to recognize. Also today, I'll be able to present Mike with his badge, and these are brand new badges, and a few of you are going to be getting these today, and they have the badge number on them. So unique to the individual that gets them, and in the future will follow people throughout their careers. Commander Mike Ensminger, you've spent your entire professional life in law enforcement or in a related field. Your career began in 1977 in California, working for two separate metropolitan police agencies and for the San Diego County Sheriff's Office. From there, you worked as a criminal justice director at Pikes Peak Community College, also directing their regional academy, until you were elected sheriff of Teller County in 2010. You joined the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office in 2017 as the director of the Jeffco Lakewood Regional Combined Academy and captain of the training section. You brought a lifetime of expertise to the position, providing a balance of academic knowledge and law enforcement experience. You were instrumental in identifying training needs for various ranks and assignments within the organization. You developed long-term training plans for the in-service program, reducing the burden on overtime and standardizing training for supervisors. You demonstrated your versatility in a number of ways. In addition to commanding the training section, you were responsible for the recruiting, fleet, and supply functions until our budget and finance director was hired. You chaired a number of committees, though the most notable was the Succession Planning Committee, which examined the future needs of the agency and created a process for developing future organizational leaders. Mike, your career has spanned 44 years. As a lifelong learner, you never hesitated to take on a new project or any challenge, identifying new opportunities as well. You exemplified the values of the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office and improved our organization within a fairly short period of time with your passion and your knowledge. And Mike, it's my honor to be able to recognize you at your retirement and offer you all the best in that retirement. Mike, congratulations to you. Come on up. If you don't mind saying who's here with you today, Mike, sure. And you can make any speech that you want. The microphone
How long
is
do
yours.
I have?
The microphone is yours.
I'd like to introduce my wife, Maria. She's here with us today. You can stand up if you want. And Chris, my stepson, and Jessica, my stepdaughter. They've been instrumental and a big support to my law enforcement career, at least this end of the law enforcement career. This is an incredible opportunity for me to be able to stand on the foundation of one of the best sheriff's departments in the state of Colorado. And I don't say that just to make something up that sounds nice. I've had the opportunity over the last 30 plus years, to work with different agencies in the state of Colorado. And bar none, this agency is a quality agency that has incredible talent in their command staff and their executive staff, and they're all bunched into one group. You know, you see in agencies this size, you normally see one or two standouts in their leadership. But in this particular agency, they're on overload with the talent that they have. They're on the leading edge of being the #1 law enforcement agency in the state of Colorado. And it takes leadership to develop and have an agency of this caliber. And to be able to start where I did in Southern California and to end in an agency of this standard and of this quality is something that I can be very proud of. And I'm very fortunate and lucky to have this opportunity to be able to serve here for the last few years, but yet to be a part of this family. And it's been a tremendous experience. Thank you, Sheriff.
Mike, I appreciate it, and congratulations to you. There's your badge, brand new, just in yesterday.
All right.
Number 1714, and a retired commander badge.
Thank you.
Drive as fast as you want in Mesa County.
I will.
Yeah. And this is yours, Mike. We're up to you. Come on up. You can stand with the backdrop while Nick takes some really cool pictures of us.
Take on.
Yep. Tell us who's here with you today, Mike.
My better half, Melody.
Melody, welcome.
Yeah.
And your number is 0127. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Very good.
I
Well, I'm
still
gonna.
like my old one.
What's that?
I still like my old.
You can keep that too. You can keep that employee number 2, but I'm going to hand that to you right now
Okay.
so I don't drop it. So, yeah, hang on to that. Let me read some good stuff about you. You're Mike Jensen. You started with the Sheriff's Office in December of 2001 and were assigned to the Detention Division as a post-certified deputy. Over your 19 years of service to the citizens of Jefferson County, you concentrated your efforts in the operational realm of the detention facility with a passion for working in the direct supervision units. Your unique ability to relate to the inmates is well known amongst your peers and superiors. You perfected the art of running a smooth unit that was fair, consistent, and known for the least amount of behavioral issues. It put inmates at ease and set the example for others to follow. Additionally, you were well known as a team player who always put the overall mission of the jail first. You demonstrated an unyielding enthusiasm to help your partners succeed. You truly embodied the Sheriff's Office vision of providing a safe place for citizens to live, learn, work, and play. Well, not all of them, just the ones that were incarcerated. Mike, you started your career as a law enforcement officer in Norway, and in your retirement, you will be returning to your home country. You will be missed. Your positive attitude and desire to make a difference shined over your career, and we wish you the best as you start the next chapter in your life. Congratulations to you. Very proud of you. Anything you want to say?
Well, my speech is going to be quite short. My speeches are mostly suited for the inmate population. When I came to Jeffco, I've been working on the road for a number of years, and I kind of figured that let's do detentions for a few years. It was a new experience to me, well, 19 years later, or 19 years and 6 months later, or 5 months later, I'm still working detentions. The biggest reason for that is the fantastic people I've had the opportunity to work with. Like I said, my 5-year plan went out the window. Hasn't bothered me none. Again, we have the best people here. Thank you.
No, we do, and you're one of them. So it's an honor for me to be able to present to you your retired deputy sheriff badge, and I think it's going to be so cool when you speed through Norway and you have to pull that badge out. I want an email to see how that works.
Will do.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Congratulations. All the best.
Thank you.
Jen. Jen Swartz, number 92-7. Yeah.
Thank you.
You have somebody here with you today.
I do. Where'd he go? My husband, Tim Swartz, is here, and my family's remote and hopefully going to watch this when it's
We will certainly make sure that it's available for them, yeah. I'm glad that we're able to do that in these times. Sergeant Jennifer Swartz, you began your career with the Sheriff's Office on September 8th of 1992, assigned to detentions in the Work Release Unit. In 1996, you moved to the Patrol Division, where you became a hostage negotiator for the Jefferson County Regional SWAT Team. You received numerous commendations for your work on this team. In April of 1999, you responded to the Columbine High School shootings, where you became heavily involved in crime scene tasks over those following days and weeks. You were given a Sheriff's Commendation Award for all your hard work related to that tragedy. In 2001, you transferred to the Investigations Division, where you pursued a number of courses and trainings to include homicide investigation, death investigations, and completing the Reed interview and interrogation course. This was a great period of growth for you. During this time, you were recognized for bringing a suspect in multiple animal cruelty cases to justice, apprehension, and ultimate conviction for 4 dangerous criminals who committed violent crimes against an elderly couple. And in November of 2004, you were the lead investigator for the Sheriff's Office portion of the I-70 girder collapse. For your thorough and professional efforts, you were presented with the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office Professional Conduct Award. That same year, you joined the Internal Affairs Unit and served the Sheriff's Office while working towards advancement into supervision. In January of 2006, you were promoted to Sergeant, assigned to your home division in detentions. Your diligence that year as a new sergeant landed you the 2006 Employee of the Quarter. In 2007, you found yourself back in the Work Release Unit, taking over the post from a retiring sergeant. And in 2009, you transferred to the Patrol Division, where you became involved with many community events. In 2015, you were reassigned to the detentions supervising court security, where you remained until your retirement from the agency. Jen, you have been described as a people-oriented, professional, organized, and always willing to take on any new task. You have demonstrated an exemplary work ethic over the course of your nearly 30 years here. The Sheriff's Office is grateful for all of your efforts and continued dedication to this profession. You leave a legacy of integrity and positive leadership, setting the standard to which others should admire and aspire. We congratulate you on a well-deserved retirement. Jen, congratulations to you. Would you like to say anything?
So I do have a few things to say because I've had a lot of support over the years. Pat Wooden, she was the first person in my career that came into my life and set me straight. We were up at the driving track, and she was sitting in the back seat. It was my turn to go, and she turned and looked at me, and she goes, "You need to stop acting like such a girl." So I knew right there the tone had been set. When I did go out to patrol, Tim was my first sergeant, and if you didn't know the CRS and the law, and you came to him for a question, he would tell you to turn around, go learn it, and come back and see me then. I was very grateful for everything that he taught me. And then Rod Williams was one of my sergeants, and he too taught me that if you didn't know the law and the CRS, go learn it and come back and see me. I've had a lot of people help me from investigations. We did a lot of good work up there, and I sincerely appreciate all of their help. And Undersheriff, I appreciate all your help over the years as well. So, and sir, thank you. Appreciate it.
Jen. Yeah, very proud of you. I was going to say there's a lot of commonality to some of the experiences that we've had. I had 2 training officers that you mentioned were some of your first sergeants. Yeah, and I turned out okay. Yeah, and Pat Wooden told me quit acting like a girl.
And do you remember when we were up on for the girder case?
I do.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're standing on the bridge looking over I-70 trying to figure out what happened. And we're on the front page of the Denver Post the next day.
Yeah.
And we got in trouble for doing that because we didn't have on hard hats or harnesses, right?
I said screw them. I didn't. Yeah. No, that as I read that, Jen, my mind flashed back to that because that is one of the more horrific scenes that I've ever been on, and you did handle that with professionalism. And I appreciate that you've been such an instrumental leader in this organization, and it's with a great deal of pride I present to you your retired sergeant badge.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, congratulations. It's a feather in this cap of this organization to hire a former sheriff to come work alongside of us. And it's a feather in our cap to have people come across the pond to work in this organization and be dedicated to it. And Jen, for your professionalism along the way and the depth and the knowledge that you've provided and the sincere mentoring of people. This is a proud day for me. There have been a lot of people that have been retiring lately, and one of the things that comes up is, well, how do we manage that? Well, this is a good thing. We want people to retire. I didn't want them all to retire in the same year, but we want people to have successful careers like 4 people here today are recognized for, and I congratulate each of you for those successful careers, and I wish you all the best in whatever that next chapter is for you. God bless you all. Have a good day. Come up and congratulate the folks who have been honored today.